Hi, everybody, and welcome back to New Ambassadors interview series. I am here with SEVRIN and Mason. And hi, SEVRIN.
Hi.
I know you're one of those people like John Pena Griswold. I always know you by your full names. Like, I don't know why that is, but that's how I don't just say SEVRIN. I go, oh, yeah, SEVRIN and Mason.
Yes. Thank you.
Kind of like David Adam Gill. Same one, David Adam Gill.
Somewhat like that. Yes.
I don't know why. But welcome. It's so good to see you. I haven't seen you since the show.
I know. It's been a
I
long time
know.
inside.
That was like from when the hell was that? That was February.
February. End of
Yeah, I'm
February.
so sorry I
Yeah.
missed your birthday. I heard it was a lot of fun.
We had such a blast.
It wasn't all wet because I knew it was rainy that day. It wasn't too bad.
No, it was actually really lovely. We I had to move a location so that we would have coverage in case it rained. I do, and for people that don't know, my birthday every year I do a pick and party, and all the musicians I know gather and we play whatever we want to for as long as we can. And usually I do it in the park, and this year was no exception. One of the few things that you can actually still do during the lockdown.
Ooh, I know.
And it
Well,
was
happy
really fun.
belated, and I'm sorry I missed it.
Thank you.
So let's start with how and when did the theater bug bite you, or the entertainment bug? Doesn't have to be acting. I know you're a musician. She's with the Buttery Barmaids. If you guys don't know, I'll give her a little plug. They're phenomenal ukulele singers. It's really retro and cool and very burlesque too, wouldn't you say?
Yes, we actually have done some proper burlesque. One of our first gigs was the House of Yes. Uh,
Ooh,
um, and that was a treat. It was super fun. So yes, burlesque is definitely in our rep.
very
Uh,
nice.
um, so the theater, I don't remember the theater bug biting me. My mother just says I came out like that. So
Really?
as long as I can remember, I've wanted to be in performing art, in the performing arts. And it wasn't long before that started to happen. So
That's cool. That's
yeah, it's
wonderful.
been a lifelong passion.
So how did you get involved with New Ambassadors?
David picked me. David picked me
From
and said,
where?
"Come join
Was it a
us."
lineup?
I
Were you like,
believe
had you
he
done something? He's like, it was her.
he was like, "This is the one."
This is
Done.
the, it was this woman, her.
I believe David knew me from Madness, from New York Madness, which is a group that similarly does a new plays as an event several times a year. So they do a series of one acts with a theme and a curator, and it's all new work that's been developed for that particular evening. And I believe that David did a couple of those with us as a playwright, and that's how he and I met. And I
That's
was
cool.
pleased as punch to be invited to New Ambassadors. So
Very
that's how that.
nice. So what's your experience been with the company so far? What do you think?
Honestly, I think New Ambassadors is such a fine company of artists. It's the people that submit work through New Ambassadors, and the playwrights with whom we develop work, and the actors with whom we work are just stellar. It's one of the finest things I can think of to say about the company is that David is a fantastic curator of talent, and it makes me honored to be a part of it. Every time I go, every time I'm there, I'm just thrilled at what's being produced, and I don't see that caliber of work happening in very many groups across the board. It's pretty reliable. And David's eye is just really lovely. It's acute. He has an acute sense of talent, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Honored,
Very true.
really. Yeah.
Very true. Uh, Here's a good question. What is your dream role or dream project? Do you have one? Is there something you're dying
There's
to do?
so many. There are so many.
So
A
pick a
lot of
couple.
them, I mean, some of my longest, the dream roles that I've had for the longest are from when I was a kid, and those are often male roles. Like I have a dream of playing Caliban in The Tempest, and I
You
have a
could
dream
easily
of
do that.
playing
That's not just a male role. Why not? Shakespeare's
Right?
easy to mix up. Yeah.
Absolutely. Bottom in Midsummer Night's Dream is one of my all-time favorites. I'd love to do Barbara and Major Barbara. I'd love to do that role.
You'd be great
There's a
at that.
bunch of them. But I have to say, one of the things that has been shocking and surprising and uh, um, so exciting as an actor has been the new work that I've gotten to be a part of. So, my favorite roles that I've had the pleasure of performing have often been new roles and roles that I couldn't necessarily even imagine until they were handed to me. And so it's often the things that I don't know. I don't know what my next dream role is because it's often something that hasn't been written yet.
Yeah, it's always fun to create. I agree. I've had that experience quite a few times. Actually, also in a couple of times, I'm sure you've had this too. Plays that were done so long ago, there's no real film or there's no record of them. So, and they haven't been done
Yeah.
in so long. It's like you're doing it for the first time.
Yes. Yes, that has also happened. There's a few Don Powell plays that are hardly ever done that are pretty great that have some great roles that fall into that category. But honestly, it's the stuff that is really exciting to me right now is new. It's new work, and that's partly why I love New Ambassadors because there are so many incredible artists.
And we've got new in the name.
Right, right. We have new in the
We're
name.
new. We're not the ambassadors of old. We are the new
Oh,
ambassadors.
indeed. Yes.
Um, this is a great question, and I think one that people always are interested in. If you hadn't become a performer, what would you have done? Did you ever think about anything else, or was that just like you never had a second thought?
I for me it was always clear that's all I ever wanted to do was to be a performer, both musical and theatrical, just straight. So the music thing sort of happened by accident recently. So that has been an exciting new development. But I honestly, I mean, there are certain things that capture my attention. Certainly, I really like people and I like helping people. So I could see a life for me in therapy in the as a therapist. Um, I really like politics and I like debating. I could see a life for me as a lawyer. Sometimes I still think about that one, but honestly, that it for me it has always been clear that what I wanted to do. I never had any question. I never thought about anything else for even a second. It's only later in life that I've sort of thought about some of these other things.
That's cool. Another question: what has been your favorite experience so far with new ambassadors? Do you have one?
I have really loved working on Untitled. It's David's one of David's many projects that he's working on. He wrote a part for me with the name of Rachel, and she's sort of a very Christian, very wise, very compassionate and sensitive um, member of. I mean, she's not a member of the family. It's a take on one of the Brontes, I believe. I hope David will correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm not one of the sisters. It's a play about three sisters, and I'm a companion to one of the sisters.
Yeah,
And it's been a long time in development, and every time that play shows up and there's like a new little change, it's always really exciting. There's a lot of meat to sink your teeth into, and I've really, really enjoyed developing
no,
that.
it's a great role.
It's so
Very
much
cool.
fun.
So I guess one last question: seeing as how you were in burlesque, are merkins required, or is that only in film?
Only if you want to. A
Oh,
Merc
I didn't know that.
Merkins are one of my favorite little like tidbits of history. They've been around for so long. They're
Yeah,
mentioned in
they have a
Shakespeare.
really sordid past. If anyone wants to look
A
them up.
really sordid past.
Now they're kind of cute and they're funny. Back then, you were like, you might have caught something if someone was wearing one.
Seriously. Seriously. But no, I've never worn one. I hope to someday. I would
I
like
want to
to.
do a musical. I just want to call it Merkin!
Merkin the
Exclamation point.
musical.
Merkin
Done.
the musical,
Maybe we
right?
could enlist David to write that one.
I think it'd be great. It would be. It could even. Well, I mean, I guess you wear Merkin if you're a man or a woman. So either way, it would be great.
It's an equal opportunity device.
Who does not want to hear singing pubic wigs?
Really, for real. I will say, I did once write a musical called Testicle the Musical,
Okay.
devoted to one of my friends who had testicular cancer, and as a way to sort
Oh,
of celebrate his recovery. So there are many notable gems in that one, but we never did discuss the merkin. So maybe there needs to be a new addition to Testicle.
I think there should be. So onward and upward. Thank you for spending some time with us.
It
And
would not be a meeting with me if it didn't get a little saucy.
it's got to be saucy. I do
Just
everything saucy. I like it saucy. I'm Italian. I love everything saucy.
That's right.
All right, dear Severin A. Mason, good to see you.
So
And
good
I
to
hope to see you in
talk.
person soon.
I look forward to it.
Bye.
Bye.